Hey, Wheatley for Fightnews. I'm here with the blonde bomber, Ebanie Bridges. How are you, Ebanie?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Looking very well, Ebanie. Ebanie, congratulations on your great win last week over Laurel Woods. Can you tell me about that fight?
Thank you. Oh, that was awesome. It was my first fight back after 8 months and going through 2 pretty serious injuries. And I mean, it just felt so good to be back in there. I was so pumped for that fight. Went really well the first round. I came out, tried to have a bit of patience. I got her right before the bell with a nice right hand. It threw her into the ropes, and the bell kind of saved her there. So then, we went on for the second round and just kind of, didn't want to rush it. I knew that I was kind of winning.
Yep.
And just trying to pick it a little bit, but I do tend to go a little bit nuts. And I had a few of my moments in the second round, and then in the third round, the ref called it. And pretty decided that she'd had enough. And
well, that's terrific. Well, that's tough. Your second win as a pro.
It is, yeah.
Now, you had a very successful amateur career too. You were 2 times Golden Gloves champ.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about your amateur career.
Well, my amateur career, I debuted in August 2016 with Arnell.
Arnell Baratelli, 2-time world title contender, and also a great opponent of Manny Pacquiao. Gave Manny Pacquiao a very good fight.
Yeah. So that was 3 years ago now. Debuted there. Yep. Won Golden Gloves 2016, 2017. Got 2 state titles. And I had a pretty good amateur career. I ended up fighting for Boxing New South Wales, which kind of took me all around Australia, overseas, Papua New Guinea. Just pumped out the fights. I always knew that I wanted to turn pro.
So you've been boxing, 3 years now?
3 years.
3 years.
Well, 1 year of that I've been out injured almost, like this whole year. But so I had an amateur career for 2 years, and then I turned pro in January, and that's when I had my pro debut on Main Event on Fox on the Paul Garland Hawaii undercard. And in the first round I snapped my ankle. I got hit with a flash knockdown and ended up going down and snapping my ankle. But I got up and kept fighting for another 3 rounds to take the win, because there was no way I was losing my debut fight on Fox Telly. So
you won every round on the scorecards too.
Yeah. And then I had to have surgeries. I had 2 surgeries, learned to walk again.
So you've come back strong.
I did come back strong, yeah.
Now you've got an unusual occupation for a professional bantamweight fighter. Ebanie, you're a maths school teacher.
I am. I'm a high school math teacher.
How do you fit that in with your training for boxing?
Well, I'm really blessed and lucky to have a great school that backs me, and so they understand. If I need to take days off for training or for traveling, for fighting, or if I need to start earlier or later, they're really, really good. And that's out at Aids in Aids, out near Campbelltown area. So it's a really great school. They let me kind of do a lot of things there. I run a boxing program for the girls, for the disengaged girls, on Friday mornings before school at 7 a.m. And I train the boys at recess and lunch as well in boxing and weight. So I get to do a lot with the kids there and give back to the kids, and that's what I love so much about that school. It's a school that's part of the Disadvantaged Schools program. It's part of the Indigenous Schools program.
Terrific.
So it's a bit more than just being a maths teacher.
Yep.
And because I give that, they're really good with me, and they know that I've got my stuff outside of teaching, and I'm just really lucky I have to.
They'd be great supporters of your fight career as well.
They are, yeah. The kids love it. When I've been in the amateurs, when I was winning belts, I'd take me and take photos, and it was like, Miss, when's your next fight? Or did you knock her out? And
now, Ebanie, you're also a successful bodybuilder. So tell me briefly about your bodybuilding career.
Yeah, so I was a bodybuilder for about 7 years. This is years ago. My last comp was in 2012. That was with the IFBB, which I had that comp. I won New South Wales title, came second in the Australians, and before that I won state and Sydney titles, was in nationals, did international comps twice where I placed 2nd and 5th internationally. That was in figure, not bodybuilding, so if you know the difference, bodybuilding is like a little bit more masculine with your hands closed. In figure we have the hands open and the heels. But these days, a lot more girls are doing the fitness and the bikini.
Right.
But I was a bit more muscular than that.
Robust,
where we do the muscular poses, but it's a bit more feminine and got the hands than the actual bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And I did that. I did heaps of comps in that, and I kind of did what I wanted to do in that. And
that's fantastic. So now you're a very successful boxer, and you're also a great boxing fan.
Yeah.
You were there at the Keith Thurman Manny Pacquiao fight.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. You're a big Pacquiao fan?
I'm a big Pacquiao fan. I was definitely favourite Pacquiao over Thurman. Thurman is a great boxer as well, but Pacquiao is just a legend. He's still pound for pound. I still put him in the top pound for pound. And I think he's right to the end, but he's still up there, I think.
Could he beat Errol Spence and Terence Crawford?
Do you think he would?
Do you think he would?
I think he could beat Errol Spence.
Yeah.
I think Terence Crawford might be a little bit different. You
Yeah.
know, I really put Terence Crawford right up there. But
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's hard. You know, Terence Crawford has had some really good. He was unified.
Yeah.
You know, at the weight before, and now he's came up. So I mean, he's right up.
Tell
there.
me who you met at the Keith Thurman Manny Pacquiao fight. You met a lot of
I met a lot
boxing
of
people, a lot of your fans.
Yeah, I did.
And a lot of people you're fans of.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell me about it.
Well, like I said, probably the one that made my night was Eric Morales giving me a thumbs up. He was down talking in the Fox commentary or whatever, and he saw me, and I was like looking at him, and I was like waved, and he gave me the thumbs up. That was pretty sick. I was just like, oh my god, Eric Morales gave me a thumbs up. And obviously Barrera, I'm a big fan of Mexican fighters, so you know, Eric Morales, Barrera, Chavez was there.
So you fight like a Mexican?
I do. Well, you know, I've been told that before, but I've also been told to fight like Tyson. So I mean, it's all the same kind of thing. In close,
Yeah.
move the head,
And you got the big punch to
body
go with
shots. Yeah. So I mean, I'm a shorter fighter. So yeah, I met them. I met Errol Spence. I met Danny Garcia. I met Sean Porter. I met Mikey Garcia. Went out with Mikey Garcia and his team.
You met them all.
Yeah, I did. I went and I trained at Bones Adams' gym, who I like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I really liked him, so I'm hoping to go back there. That's
Okay.
where Manny Pacquiao was training for that fight, actually, in Vegas.
Okay.
And so I had actually Manny Pacquiao's people, because I came to training and there was still Manny Pacquiao's people there, and they were taking photos of me. They're probably like, oh, this blonde, and let's
Yeah,
come get
yeah.
some photos. So I had all these Filipinos taking photos of me.
The blonde bomber, eh?
The blonde
You're very
bomber,
popular.
yeah. And then I had some people at the MGM recognizing me from some interviews that I did on Fight Hype and
Okay.
so that was pretty cool as well. It was a great experience, you know. When I left, I was like, whoa, I came back here and back to school, and I was like, oh man, I want to be back there. Yeah.
Now, Ebony, your trainer is former two-time world title challenger Arnel Baratilia, who gave Manny Pacquiao a great fight in the Philippines. Tell me about Arnel and training you and how he's improved you.
Well, I mean, where to start with Arnel? So he was my first coach. So, I had some coaches before him that I trialed, and none of them really took me very seriously as a female fighter. When I came into his gym, I told him I want to fight. I really want to fight. I'm really disciplined. Bodybuilding for 8 years, you have to be disciplined and dedicated. And when I set my mind to something, I really want to do it. And he took me seriously, and he pretty much, instilled in my mind that fighter's mentality. He's old school, but he's also it's real. You're a fighter. You've got to fight through things, and I think that's why I was able to fight through my snapped ankle when I snapped my ankle in my first fight.
Yeah.
That's why I've been able to fight through torn ligaments and broken knuckles and stuff.
Amazing.
Because you're
You're
a
a
fighter.
fighter.
What are you going to do? Say, time out, sorry, I just need a break, or time out, my foot hurts, or time out, And that's what Arno used to say to us. We're sparring, he's like, when I first started, you get a bit overwhelmed sometimes, or you get frustrated with yourself, or you're tired, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what? And he goes, you can't in a fight say, so I need a breath,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
are you a fighter? And I'm like, yeah. So he built that, and you got to go hard, and everything we do in training, it relates to the fight,
Yeah.
So
Well, you've got a great facility here too, where you train. It's a $3 million gymnasium.
It is we have 2 great sized rings. We've got so many bags. We've got everything here. We've got the strength and conditioning upstairs, which is awesome. It's your one-stop shop for fights and combat sports. It's
This
so
is
much
South
food.
Street, South Parade, right on
Mary
me.
Parade.
Mary Parade.
Mary Parade, right on me. Yeah.
Fantastic.
And we have just a great team here as well. Everyone that trains here,
Work as a team.
We're a family. It's a real
Yeah.
family. It's not each man itself. We all encourage each other. We all help each other out. I'm always helping out the novices or the boys, and and vice versa. Everyone here, you see us at the fights. We're all at the fights, and we're the most loudest people are there. It's just such a great vibe here. And Arnold.
The work as a family. Work as a team.
Family, and I think it comes down to the trainer as well. Arnold's like a dad, and he's very loving and he's very caring like that. As much as he he shut the ass when you need to be, and he tells you oh that shit, what's that, but you need that. You can't have
Calls
someone
a spade.
Yeah, you can't have someone that's gonna say, oh no, you're doing really good when you shit or whatever. He's exactly what you need, and he has so much experience as a pro.
Yes, he did,
and just since my last pro fight, I know going to my next pro fight, I made so much improvements, and I just felt so good, and just my mindset as well. I love being here, and I love Arnold.
Now, Ebony, you should be challenging for a world title. What, 12, 18 months, do you think?
Yeah, I think so, definitely. Next year I'm really going to focus on, getting up in the rankings, taking the right fights to actually get ranks. You know, I'm not here to take. You know, I'm only going into my third fight now, which is my just coming back from injury. So you know, I'm still feeling out a little bit, but next year I'm ready to tackle it all and really build the ranking. And you know, to do that, we need to take on the right opponents.
So you've had a look at the world champions. We've got the IBF champ, Maria Roman.
Yep.
The WBC champ, Marina Juarez, who fought Suzy Rama.
Yeah. That was awesome. Yeah. Well
the WBA champ is Mayoil and Rivas.
Yep, Rivas.
And WBO champ is Daniela Bermudez.
Bermudez, yeah. So out of those two, like I love Bermudez and Juarez. Juarez has been fighting. She's had like 50 or maybe 60 fights, you know, and she's definitely one tough Mexican. She's a Mexican fighter. I'm like, I want to go to Mexico and spar Juarez. Like, I mean, it'd be awesome. And Bermudez, I think she's Argentinian. Those two fights, I think they've fought maybe 2 or 3 times before.
Yeah.
And I think maybe Juarez has won one and Bermudez maybe two, not 100% sure. But they're both amazing fighters and they both fight hard. And yeah, really exciting. It was really cool for Suzy to get that opportunity to go over there and fight in Mexico. She's told me all about it. You know,
sure, you'll be up there challenged for a world title.
Yeah, well, that's the plan. I'm not.
Yeah.
We don't fuck around. Like I'm not here.
Australia
I'm not here to look pretty. I'm here to fight, and I'm here to get my titles. Yeah.
Now Australia's produced many outstanding world-class female boxers.
Yeah.
Diana Prazak.
Yeah, great.
Sharon Agnes.
Yeah.
Suzy Ramadan, who's your personal friend.
Yep.
You're in contact with Suzy all the time. Erin McGowan, Sharon O'Connell, Louisa Horton.
Yep.
So tell me about your friendship with Suzy Ramadan.
Oh, so Suzy's, you know, like we talk all the time. She's been really great with me since before. Like I've always been a fan of her, and as turning pro, you know, I think we get along really well. You know, she's really, really supportive. She's really, you know, wants to help females in boxing. She's been through it. She's been around for 10, you know, more 12 years or something. She's gone through it all, you know, before boxing was even legal and accepted in Australia or around the world, before women's sports was anything. Like, we're lucky now, like me and, you know, the up-and-comers at the moment, like April Adams and Neeks, Sugar Neeks, and all of us that are coming up now, like, we're lucky because, you know, it's getting a lot easier for us because of some big names that have came out and for what the hard work that these girls have done as well.
Yeah. So you're following their footsteps.
Yeah, you know, and they've kind of paved the way, but they've also taken a lot more than what we're taking. Like, you know, some of the stuff that I hear, you know, and she always is really real with me, and you know, she's got my back, and you know, I definitely appreciate that from her. She's given me some you know, great stories, and she's always encouraging me and giving me advice. So you know, I'm really, really blessed to have her. You know, I've got we're lucky, you know, as girls and female boxers, we kind of it's hard. We've got to stick together a bit, but it is hard. I think in Australia there's a lot of because there's not many of us, we're all you know, fighting against each other, and I think that, you know, I'm not really like that. I like to support all the girls, and the girls know that. Like, I'm always like, congratulations and stuff. Like, I'm really close friends with Shanika Johnson as well. Yeah. Hopefully going down to spar her this weekend coming.
Have you sparred her before?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Good?
Yeah,
she's good.
Very
she's had 8 fights, right?
No, Shanika's had 12. She's 12-0. But she had a very big amateur career, so she's skillful. She's skillful. She can box, definitely. You know, so we all got to kind of stick together at the same time. We don't want to be too, you know, because it is... we are all representing each other at the same time. You know, it's not like the males. Yeah. And there isn't many of us here. Yeah. But
now, Ebony, you've got a great fan base. It's around the world now.
Yeah.
For girls, only had 2 pro fights, but you had over 30 as an amateur.
Yeah.
Could you just post some comments for Fightnews fans, for your fans on Fightnews?
Yeah, definitely. You know, guys, you know, all the support that I get, I just love it so much. All around the world, you know, boxing, and especially these days, like, you know, having that fan support and having, you know, you guys word of mouth and, you know, and supporting me in my journey. And that's what helps bring us up, you know, because it is like, it is these days, it is about, you know, how you're known and you know, what everyone sees. So, I mean, I thank everyone for the support, all the loving messages. I get so many inboxes, you know, sorry if I miss them. Sometimes I go to request, I got so many. But, you know, I'm always here for the fans, and, you know, I always remain humble. I think it's really important to stay humble. I try and help out. You know, I have a lot of people reach out to me and ask me advice, and I always reply. Like, if it's advice, if you want advice or anything, like, hit me up. You know, I love, you know, giving whatever help I can do, because I think it's really important for people to help you. Like, it could be just one thing that I say. Like,
you've got a podcast too, haven't you?
I do have a podcast. Yeah, I do, and that's another thing. My podcast is called Punches from the Pods, where I talk all about my boxing, but not just what's going on. Like, for example, my last podcast was on nutrition and everything about nutrition. I got a big back extensive.
Ebanie, I've got to wrap it up now because we're
okay.
just on 15.
No.
Thanks very much for your time. Ebanie, I'm sure we're going to see you in some big fights in the future.
I can't wait.
You're a great ambassador for Australian boxing.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.